Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with another Endfield video. Except this time, this video is going to be a bit of a different flavor. It's going to be a bit of a different taste. It's going to be a live, hands-on demonstration of what you can expect from Arknights Endfield after you've beaten the game. I think it's fair to say that I have beaten the game. There's a bit of an endgame grind still left for me, but there's no actual endgame to play in the game, so I don't really see a reason to even focus on my builds right now. Once it does come out, though, we'll talk about it. But there's clearly a couple of weeks, right, that players have left, and, well, there are some truths that we need to say when it comes to the gameplay loop. There's not that much to do, but I will show you all the steps that you will take to basically do your dailies. There's a couple of responsibilities, but they're not very fun. They kind of feel more like chores to get the resources you need to have fun, and it feels like more of a job rather than like a game when you get to this point. And I unfortunately think that this period is where a lot of players might decide to put the game down or like quit or like something like that, because I'm gonna be honest, it's not like it's not a ton of fun right now. So let's go ahead and break it all down, starting with the most important piece of the endgame loop, and that's going to be your factory. You essentially want, at the endgame, a fully complete factory. And what I mean by that is a factory that has like all of the depot slots, all of the buses, all of that. You're using every single output, and you have something like this in every single one of your AICs. And all of your AICs, except for maybe the power plant one, are fully upgraded. So what this is going to result in, right, is enough income, even at these levels that I'm at right now, right? I'm only at 11. I could be 12. Like, I'll get there eventually. Your guys will be, like, bought out. You will be producing so many goods. You can optimize your factory further from what I have over here, but you're going to be producing so many goods, all of your places will be out of money. So there's no real reason to optimize further than this, and I'll tell you how I got this done. I copied somebody's blueprints. But by copying somebody's blueprints, I have the awesome opportunity to shine a spotlight on an amazing creator who created these blueprints. This video was uploaded like 5 days ago. It only has like 5,000 views, so I think all we can do now is like help. I'll link this in the description as well as the pinned comment so that you guys can also gain access to this, because this is the exact one that I used. Obviously, I just copied the blueprints, but you can watch the video if you're less acquainted with the factory to figure out how to set everything up optimally. There are also some adjustments that I made here and there to like add some additional production efficiency, but like I said before, you don't really need too much going on there. So yeah, let me just like this. But he has a blueprint code for US and Europe. His hub one is split up in 5 parts. That's the one that you've been seeing on my screen, and he has one for the Valley, the Science Park, and the Power Plateau. And you need all the depot buses unlocked for these, and you just need no unlocks at all for this one, because shit's kind of expensive here. So, yeah, I basically have my factory set up, like I said before, using this guy's blueprints, and he produces a shit ton of goods with this blueprint that basically gets you all of, like, the sellable, billable stuff. You can kind of, like, see what's going on over here. There's a lot of extra space that could be used. You can see here a lot of extra power that could be used. But like I said before, guys, there's no real point in building beyond those blueprints, because I did that and all of my shops are empty. I can't sell any more goods to these people. They don't have any money. Demand has gone below the supply. The supply is up here, the demand's down here. So like what? There's a certain point where producing more does nothing for you. So yeah. That's going to be the whole situation regarding building out the factory and doing all of that, right? And this is obviously super important because you need those bills that I was talking about before. That's what you're trading for. We'll get into that in just a second. But do keep in mind that to sustain the factory that's in these blueprints, you will also need to basically wire yourself up to every single mineral bed that is in every single Valley 4 region. So if you haven't done the stuff, right, like connect your relay towers, go run around, connect it to everywhere on the map, you got to go to places like the Aubrey Quarry. I'm just going to be honest. Setting up power over here made me want to uninstall the game. I'm being honest. Setting up power here made me want to quit the game, but it's something that I had to do to, you know, meet all of my production requirements. Just realize this is probably going to give you cancer. I'm going to my doctor tomorrow. Anyways, like I said before, you got to set up everything. Origin load spring is going to be annoying because you have to wire power there from another region, and it's also like the biggest fucking map. So they decided to make like the biggest map the most annoying one to power because there's no AIC here. So wiring this is also going to make you probably really, really, really sad because there's like some shit you got to do because you got to like use like the fart pads to like jump around with power hooked up to you. It's crazy, right? It's like, look, it's fucking nuts, right? So that's like the shit that you're gonna be in for, getting the factory set up. But guys, that's the end game. Because like I mentioned before, it's really important to do that because you get no resources in this game. You want all these stock bills so that you can go to stock redistribution, right? You can go to stock redistribution and go buy all of these amazing, not really amazing, but materials like this. And you're noticing, wow, one EXP item is 200k Valley credits. That is prohibitively expensive if your factory is not fully set up and you're not emptying out the Valley, the Valley stock bill store. If you're not emptying out your fucking outpost basically on cooldown, you don't have enough resources to like level up or do anything in the game. And the reason for that is extremely simple. It's because in this game, for some godforsaken reason, doing these just gives you nothing. You get no resources for doing these. You get no sanity generation either. And the best part is the ones that you do get actually expire. And chances are, if you haven't used these yet, they're going to expire soon. But when you do use them, you just don't get any materials because you got to spread these out over a lot of places. You got these, you got these to level up your characters. By the way, remember, these are to level up your characters from 80 to 90. These are to gear your characters, and they're all RNG. And these are to, obviously, level up and get their level up requirements going. This requires 80 sanity, right? Let me move my chat real fast, just so you guys can see. This requires 80 sanity to do, right? This gives me 17 of these. It will take me 17 hours and 30 minutes to go from 194 to 340 sanity. To generate like 100, like fucking 40, like 100, like 46 sanity will take 17 hours and 30 minutes. That is one of the slowest generation rates in like gacha history. I think to go from 0 to 340, it requires like fucking 36 hours or something like that. Because the sanity generation is so dog shit, you're never going to be able to do these, and these don't even give anything, right? And the end result is that if you don't do things like building out the factory, getting the Valley stock bills, doing all of that, mint picking essentially, right? Or really, I guess it's like factory picking, or if your factory's mint picking for you, you don't have anything to build any units. You cannot progress anywhere. You're literally at a snail's pace. And the thing is, guys, everyone's at this point. You might have pulled Levy, but chances are, unless you're spending thousands of dollars on this game, you don't even have anywhere close to the resources to build her or her team. This is where my Levy is right now in the game, bro. Obviously, I reroll for Yvonne, so she's my main level up.
I hate fools who like
this bitch is stuck at like 42 out of 60.
Thank goodness you're not one of them.
Cause I don't have fuck, bro. I don't have shit. I don't got nothing. We don't got nothing in this game, man. So even if you did grind the game like crazy to get Levy, you will not have anything close to the resources to build her or use her or build her team. Because guess what, guys? She needs a very specialized team to work. You gotta have this bitch at like level 60 to unlock gold gear. You gotta have this bitch at level 60 to unlock gold gear. And then, of course, you're gonna need, well, most of you will have this bitch at level 60, and her gold gear will be unlocked. So this one shouldn't be that big. This one shouldn't be that big of a deal.
I hate
But guess what? He's free. He's free, so you have no excuse not to build them. But good God, is it expensive to build characters in this game. And so do you kind of see what situation a lot of players are in? The game is very unfun right now. Because getting to Levy's pity, grinding the overworld, doing all of that was one of the big motivations for players. But now the income is so bad on like every single front when it comes to actually progressing these units. You're just stuck here with one team, and then like she's just a work in progress for like the next month. And the only ways to speed that up, guys, remember, Gotta get those stock bills, little piggy. Get those stock bills. Copy those blueprints. Get all the mining spots ready. Do you see why the factory is so tied to the endgame? And do you see now why the progression has slowed down to a fucking crawl? And so, you're incentivized to do all of this, build out all of this, do all of that, just for the game to feel like it has even, like, a leveling experience in the first place. Now, though, you might be wondering, Saint, the factory is surely not the only way to get bills. That's true, because you have this amazing thing called the depot. And so, the depot is something that's a little bit unfortunate. You need to have friends. Because the point of the depot is for you to go ahead, create shipments of goods. You can go hire your friends to go deliver them for you, and then you can take on your friends' orders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a giga expensive box of goods. This one is going to have a lot of requirements. And hopefully my delivery driver is not going to be a dipshit, because you'll have some challenges, right, that are a little bit annoying. And this is where the game starts becoming more of a job instead of a game. While delivering this delivery, I cannot get hit, I cannot jump, and I cannot use teleports. This is not fun anymore. What is this other than a fucking job? Sorry, let me take on somebody else's order, and then just... So, let me first just get through this process. So, after you accept an order, you don't actually want to do it yourself. You want to transfer it. And what that'll do is that'll put it up on the job board, and then some other employee, not gamer, I'm not going to call us gamers anymore because this isn't a game anymore. I am now waiting for another employee to go pick up. It's like literally a job board. I'm waiting for them to pick up my order and decide to deliver it. They might decide, fuck no, because it's a fucking chore. And now I'm sitting here waiting for somebody else's deliveries to show up. And boom, there we go. Boom, okay. These deliveries are kind of dog shit. I'm gonna be honest. This guy's a winner right over here. See, he's gonna get the 177k for taking this one on. I can only get like 101. So I'm kind of like losing here. I'm gonna refresh a little bit to see if I can get a better job, you know what I mean? It's like not applying to McDonald's and making sure you apply to Google, right? While we're doing that, let me go set up some other orders. Yeah, let me go set up some other orders. Ooh, this one almost goes to 300k. That's massive, bro. And this is a great way to get rid of excess mats that are kind of useless too. You might have Crystal components. They're useless after you unlock gold gear. You might have they're useless after you unlock purple. You get it, right? I got a depot that's built up. I'm going to use those on all these depot deliveries. That way, I don't need to use anything else. So, it's a great way to get rid of your wasted resources like these ones. And these actually fill up the depots way more than other goods. So, they're like doubly as efficient when it comes to, I guess, getting rid of bad shit. But, yeah, you can do that. And obviously, right, this is insane. Someone's going to pick this up immediately. Bro, that's like 343k. Like, someone's going to pick this shit up. No, they will get cancer delivering that. Hey, good luck. Hey, good luck, bro. Hey, I'm transferring that shit. I do not want to deliver that. Hey, good luck, buddy. Have fun. That not my problem anymore. But that's how, like, complicated even, like, this part of the system is. Does this feel like a game right now? I feel like I'm, like at work telling people to do the shit that I don't want to do. Like, hey, you want to go write up, like, this 40-page article about pigs and developer greed? And look at that. Thank you, sir. And now I'm just over here claiming rewards for these, and obviously, I'm going to need to take on the ones that other people do, but that's where the annoying part is. Because you need friends, and you want friends that have high levels so that... Like, bro, this guy probably fucking came when he saw this. 288k? Imagine being, like, somebody that's, like, 2 hours into the game and you saw this and you delivered a 388k order. Jesus Christ. So this can be a decent way, I guess, to maybe help out your friends, too, if that's something that you can do. I don't know if you can, like, tell people where to, like, send this shit. But as you can see, that gave me a lot of stock bills. And this is going to be one of the biggest ways to get them. And you can start to see now why leveling up these depot nodes is kind of important. Because the higher level they are, the better packages you can send. And so I'm literally taking that massive amount of income, right, that comes from there. and then proceeding to use that to go level up this other depot. And definitely make sure that while you're in the middle of this daily loop, you like see the breakpoints of how much all these things cost. I wish it was more obvious where they were, because like now I can go over here, right? This is going to be a really fucking expensive upgrade. Yeah, that costs 465k. So now, right? Now might be a state where I'm like, oh, well, to get a higher reward, I need to upgrade the depot first before I accept a job from it. So now this is where you start going, you start... Again, okay, so this is my take. Is this fun? Some people might say yes. I'm personally at the point where it feels like I'm literally at an office job. And some people might really like that, right? That might be good for them. I don't know. I think like doing this every day, because remember, this is the daily loop. This is the daily loop. You do this every day. Every day. This is an everyday thing in this game. You're not doing this just one time. Remember that, guys. Does this feel like a game right now? I don't know. It kind of feels like Homer Simpson. And this is what this game feels like. You know that Homer Simpson meme where it's like, do it for her? And like, it's covering up the billboard that says you're here forever. It's kind of like doing it for her, but it's like, it was Levy, but now we got her. And now it's like, what am I doing this for? Because this feels like this feels like a job. But that is what you're doing instead of like the combat, instead of doing like all of this. This is a majority of your time every day in the game. Oh, would you look at that? 288k, easy. Now we're almost at a milli. Upgrade this. And there we go, guys. We are now at level 3. We are not going to be able to afford the next one. Yeah, that's 600k. We're not going to be able to afford the next one unless we do some stuff like this, right? We go to regional development, we go back to the depot, and then we maybe look to see if we can take on a job now. Oh, 310? Give me that. You bitch. You cunt. Oh, you fucking rat bastard. You took my job, you whore. Oh my god. So as you can see, you're now like competing with your... Is this fun? Is this fun? Like, what am I doing here, bro? Like, bro, this feels like you're applying for jobs in real life and getting rejected. Why would you put that in a gacha game? Why would you put job rejection, application rejection in a gacha? You can do that in real life plenty of times yourself. Seriously? So I'm just over here, sitting here, refreshing. Oh, thank God. Awesome. All right, where do I collect that shit? Oh, do I collect it from here? All right, let's do this. Pick up the goods. Where do I gotta go, brother? That ain't that bad. That ain't that bad. We can... Wait, how am I gonna get there without jumping? Hey, looks like your delivery is gonna get fucked up, bro. My bad. Hey, I hope they don't shoot me. Hey, I hope they don't shoot me, brother.
Hot and ready.
I thought you can jump? No, jumping, taking hits, and using teleprotocol TP points will fuck up the order. Okay, guys, does this look fun? Okay, we gotta make sure that the way is clear and we cannot jump. All right, let's do this, boys.
Watch it.
Oh, God, I hope they don't aggro on me. Oh, thank God. Riveting gameplay, isn't this? Riveting gameplay, isn't it? Remember, I got 2 more orders I need to do, guys. I need to do 2 more. And of course, I've got to do it again, because why, like, if I'm not doing that, am I not just griefing? Not waiting for 310k orders like this? I'm just griefing, am I not? But, bro, it's like, Jesus Christ. This is not... Bro, this is your daily gameplay loop. What the fuck? What? Bro. What the fuck? No zip lines. Guys, is zip lines going to prevent the fact that a majority of your daily gameplay loop in this game is being a fucking FedEx driver? Like, guys, like, this would be like, guys, hey, by the way, all you do in this game is be a FedEx driver, and you're saying, like, dude, get the car. I don't care if I have the car, I'm still a FedEx driver. When I was told this was an action RPG. Like, guys, the factory's better than this. Hey, guys, did you expect this to be a majority of your daily gameplay after seeing all those trailers for this game? Did you expect this to be what you spend the majority of your time on in this game? That's what it is. Because I'm showing you firsthand what it looks like just to do the dailies in this game, because this is what you have waiting for you. Think about it this way. These developers could have just made the baseline drop rates for sanity, experience, all of that, materials, progression, normal, and not require you to do shit like this to have any semblance of a normal leveling experience. Because if you don't do this, you have no mats, no progression, nothing. And so you're basically forced to do this or just sit there and log in and play for 1 minute a day. Because you do your one sanity, you do your one run, because sanity regenerates this slow. You do one fucking run a day and then log off. And then everything else, if you want to play the game, it's literally a fucking job. Why design the game to, like, actually just genuinely be not fun? Like, when people are here. Like, because now I'm just over here like, fucking bro. I've been in menus this whole time and I'm actually playing. Great, I'll just transfer that. Great, we got the depots done, guys. The depots are done. Woohoo! That's one part of the dailies done. But don't worry, guys. We got the next one. Are you ready? Get ready. It's time to start managing your ship. DJ Khaled, the ship. The ship that these devs force you to build. Because the only thing you get from this ship, guys, you want to know what it is? More EXP mats. More EXP mats. Oh, and by the way, the performance of this game literally gets worse the bigger you build your factory. And if you don't build your factory massive, right, like we just saw, you don't have any resources. So the game literally, its performance drops down over time because the factory takes up an insane amount of, like, fucking resources. So, yeah, the game's performance literally gets worse as you play more. It's nuts. Like, imagine 2.0. Oh, my God, right? The goal of this ship is to just produce these. I started this one, like, an hour ago. That is the only point of this ship. But how do you upgrade the ship? Oh. It's by gathering these materials. Where do you get these materials? Oh, recycle. These exist for the sole purpose of being materials for your ship. They, like, recycle every 6 hours and stuff like that. And literally, once you have your manufacturing stations at level 3, this entire feature is useless. How many of these have you seen across the map? This is... I am convinced this is designed just to waste your time. Because you wouldn't need a growth chamber if the drop rate was just normal for these materials. You wouldn't need EXP cabins, manufacturing cabins, if the sanity stages actually gave you a normal amount of resources. They added this ship, then they add these, like, recycling centers and all this shit just so you have, like, fake things to interact with in the world. And guess what, guys? If you haven't done that yet, this is now a part of your daily loop. Go in, level these fucking up, get them to level 4, sit through the, like, 10-second long upgrade animation 4 times just so you can collect 6 of these. And you want to know what it takes to get your ship to level 5? You need 36 of those purple ones. That means you need to collect a level 4 recycling station like 7 or 8 times. So you got to go upgrade all 7 or 8 of them. Scattered across all of Valley 4, brother. Woohoo! You got one over here. You got one down here. One over here as well. That's just on this map, right? Then you got that one over here. And then like 5 over there. 6 up. What a fucking... I hope you've built DJ Khaled. I hope DJ Khaled is level 5 by now, right? I hope DJ Khaled is level 5 by now. Because if you're not, well, guess what? You don't have any materials to play the fucking game. Because you need DJ Khaled over here. And you need him with all of the operators that give all the great little bonuses to progression. You can see the FPS is a piece of shit. Yeah, the game... I don't think it's going to run in 1.1. Remember to make sure to allocate your fucking production cabins as well. Guys, you've got things to manage over here, like A, the trust gain, the mood regeneration of your operators over here. You got to make sure they're in a good mood, otherwise they're going to get mad. And then also make sure, oh, is she unhappy? Okay, let's make sure we take her out and go put somebody else in.
Relax.
Right.
I'll
But
get
look,
the job done right.
but look at this. Wait, this is nuts. Take a look at this. Assign to a control nexus to grant all operators mood regeneration. That looks good. But, like,
Relax.
what is
I'll
Fluorite's
get
bonus?
the job done right.
You can't even see it. They made it so that you need to reach E1 to unlock, but what if I wanted to know what the bonus was? This is how you find out. You gotta go here.
Still waiting for something?
Distract them. Disable them.
I'm sitting here clicking like 10 times, going through 17 different fucking menus just to see this shit. Are you retarded? And obviously, that's
Nobody
fucking
wants to
broken.
spar with
It's
me?
good, right?
What
Now
a
it's
shame.
12% mood regen, but it's like I had to do all that? Click like 30 times, go through 7 menus just to find that out?
I'll get the job done right.
This is the end. This is like, bro, and now you just want to make sure that like the mood and stuff isn't going too low and that you got like all the people. Bro, it's just a giant waste of fucking time. Bro, what is this other than like another job? And remember, guys, you got to make sure you have all the bonuses lined up. You want to make sure that like you lined up each character to the right cabin and that you like just to get the baseline material you're starving me of across the rest of the game. I'm doing all of this because you just don't give any of these in the baseline game. This entire system, it's all just done, and it all exists because you get no income from the regular game. And so you feel forced to do this, like I said before, to feel like you have any actual progression. Is this fun? I don't think so. Again, have you seen me fight anything this entire... Have you seen me fight anything this entire video? All you see me do is run away from enemies when I'm delivering packages. It's like fucking being an Uber driver in Chicago, bro. Just dodging bullets while I'm trying to get my courier's package home. And you're doing that every day. Bro, remember, you're doing this every day. You're going up here, you're going to the depots, you're going to the stock distribution, man. You're doing all of that. And think about it this way. Think about what happens when Wuling gets bigger. Aren't we supposed to have 4 or 5 AICs here too? Then you gotta worry about, then you gotta do this. Think about it this way. They're just gonna have more planets with more factories, with more depots, with more AICs. Aren't we just gonna get to a point where the dailies are gonna take like 2 fucking hours? Because you're like managing like 17 fucking... Do you see how unsustainable this is? Bro, what is like the future vision? Are we just gonna have more and then you were just playing this game for 10 hours? Like fucking managing 17 different facilities and like 20 orders? Because guys, you know you have to do? You gotta do your Wuling depot as well. You gotta do your Wuling depot as well. Guys, I'm not joking. You have to do your Wuling depot as well. So it's like, that's another thing where you're like walking around doing that shit. So think about all the new planets, all the new stuff, like all the other AICs just in Wuling. You're gonna have 3 here too. Why is bro crying that you have to play a game? We're here to play the game, not a 2-minute login simulator. Let me show you something real fast. Let me just show you something real fast. You guys might like this. I'm gonna mute it. Let's just watch this. Let's just watch this. Let's watch this together. Let's just watch this together, guys. This was the trailer in the game's release live stream. Does the Endgame loop that we just went through today, does it even seem slightly even like close at all to any of the shit that I like? No, it's not even close, bro. It's not even close. Brother, I haven't even looked at my characters this entire time. I haven't even looked at any of my characters. I haven't fought a single enemy, and I've been over here doing dailies for like 25 minutes, just fucking managing menus and like packages and FedEx deliveries, bro. Literally, not a single instance of combat. And in fact, the dailies involve you running away from combat. Brother, the requirement is that you run away from the combat. If you get hit, you get penalized. What do you mean? Because your sanity generation is so fucking slow in this game, you could realistically play every 2 days. And sanity is the only place in this daily loop where you do combat. So literally, the game is designed for you to actually do combat every 2 days because this doesn't regenerate fast enough for you to do it every day. So like, the majority of your actual gameplay loop in this action RPG advertised game is menus, and then every 2 days you get to do combat. But the rest is factories, AIC, and FedEx deliveries. But hey, maybe we can see what the combat looks like, right? Hey. Obviously, I need EXP mats, right? Because I'm not getting any. Let's just see what an EXP stage looks like, right? Hey, right? Let's see what the experience is like for the thing that we get once every 2 days. And once again, like I said before, your daily loop is going to get longer and longer the more you play because you'll start lagging more as the factory grows. So yes, the factory and my fucking FPS... Sorry, the factory must grow, but my FPS will not. Yeah, I guess that's just what it is.
Time to keep my IP.
Here we go, guys. The end game. All right, we get to do this, remember, once every 2 days. Whoa, they got the cyberpunk music, bro. Damn, it's like they're making this hype as fuck because they know it's not gonna happen for a while. So you gotta treasure the experience. You gotta treasure the experience, bro. There we go. Damn. Oh, damn. That shit is fire, bro. I'm having so much fun. This is the most fun I've had all day. Too bad I only get to do this once every 2 days. Because the thing is, guys, I actually like the combat in this game, but it's like the devs don't want you to play it. The devs literally don't want you to play it. And you want to know what the worst part about this is? This is what the game is like because there's no endgame. If they had the endgame mode ready to go on release like every other gacha developer, I'd be able to spend my free time banging my head against that wall and just seeing if I can clear some of the stages. It would be fun. It would be fun to do, a fun way to like see how much my account is progressing. But right now, that's the only place where you get to use your characters. And as you see, there's almost no reason to level them up because, well, my Yvonne's level 80 out of 90. I could have kept her at level 80 and cleared that. So there's no content that requires high-level characters. All you can do is level up characters, though, because there's nothing to do in the game except just grind up mats to level up the characters. But then there's no need to level the characters because there's no endgame. So, literally, your gameplay loop is sitting on your ass, not really sitting, doing an office job to manage your factory, then manage your AIC, then manage your fucking depots, manage your fucking sales, all of that, right? And you want to know what the worst thing about this is? I already know how the devs are going to control this. They're going to automate this when they get to the 3rd planet. They're going to take Valley 4 and then just automate all of its sales, all of its depots, all of that. And then you'll just have like a report at the start of each day that shows like what happened after all that automation was done. They already know this is going to be a chore. They already know this is going to be a problem. I guarantee Valley 4 is going to be automated by 2.0 and you won't have to worry about doing any of this. But right now, this is not like fun. You're just watching numbers go up, but the numbers are going up because there's no resources anywhere else in the game. It is one of the most uncrafted, one of the most unrefined, and one of the most unfulfilling, like, daily loops I've ever seen in a game before. And this might actually be a bigger problem than the gacha. I'm not even joking. Somehow, I think this is actually a bigger issue than the gacha because this is legitimately just not fun at all. any of y'all were wondering about why I've been saying sanity costs are so bad and that it's mandatory you seek out level up resources in other ways, apparently there's a post on Twitter. A guy said it costs 5,000 sanity to max out a weapon. Because of course you're gonna need the weapon level up mats, all that stuff. I don't think that's actually Gacha Gamer, but as you can see over here. This is the type of maxing that we're talking about, by the way, guys. Remember the essences? I was talking about essences, right? That's the shit that you gotta go in here to get, right? He probably used all of these too. Guys, he didn't even talk about the bill credit cost to get the engraving permits too. He probably used those as well. 5k sanity would be 25 days of waiting. That's what you have waiting for you guys. We didn't even talk about this part. We didn't even talk about etching or essences. We're just talking about getting EXP for units, but this is what happens afterwards. Hey, after this, at least we're all qualified to be Uber Eats drivers, right? We got the work experience. One last thing that I forgot to mention, ladies and gentlemen, after all of that, all of those other daily activities that we have, you have your actual dailies too. So remember when I said the sanity regeneration in this game is dog shit? Yeah, it's going to be really hard for you to actually do this 120 every day. So it only gives you like 10 though for some godforsaken, like even the dailies are player unfriendly. Like 120 sanity with how slow it regenerates should give you a full 100. And the fact it gives you 10, bro, I am baffled this one only gives you 10. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain in your fucking ass too, because these dailies take like at least 15 minutes to do. Then you're also gonna have this, right? Let's just go ahead and see what this daily quest looks like, because I have been convinced these are the worst daily quests in the game. Bro, look at how long these take to do. Okay, great. You just sent me a literal fucking paragraph. Bro, imagine if you did not have this. Now I have the insane loading screen because, again, making the factory bigger makes your performance go down a fucking cliff. Holy fuck. Fun. Another thing that I forgot as well is another responsibility when it comes to stock redistribution. Because you've also got this whole concept, right, of like elastic goods and stuff like that. If it wasn't annoying enough to do depots, all of that, you also have like a literal fucking stock market in game that you need to keep track of. The goal over here is that you're gonna go on like a bunch of like your friends' ships, and then like everyone's gonna have different prices for like different goods, right? And, like, the goal is to, like, okay, you go ahead and you take a look at your friend's prices. You see, oh, he's selling over here. But this guy, right? His buy price is down here. So maybe I'll just go ahead and go to Slayer's ship now. Are you guys enjoying this part of the dailies? And remember, what is one thing you're seeing here? Are you seeing me fight fucking anything? No, I'm over here looking at fucking charts, bro. And you want to know what this is? It's another job. It's another fucking job. Bro, you're literally, like, watching the S&P fucking 500. Like, what is this shit, man? Like, bro, what the fuck? It's like they tried to put in as much shit to do every day that doesn't involve any of the actual game. And apparently, you can only buy from your ship. So you can just look at the prices on your other... You can only sell on your friend's ship and go, like, look at the prices, right? So you can only, like, go buy on yours. Whatever it is, right? Another chore that you have to get you through your day. You cannot buy from your friendships. This is actually the first time I've ever done this. This is actually the first time I've ever done this before. So, yeah, I might have gotten some of the stuff wrong. Anyways, that's what we got there. And another bonus that I forgot, guys, right? It's gonna be this too. Don't worry. There's more stuff in the daily gameplay loop if there wasn't already. You're gonna have to go to every single map and check this just to make sure. Remember the top left corner over here, mission reminder? Remember, guys, gotta make sure you get your rare growths and your rare ore formations. Remember, and your recycling stations will show up here too. Remember to build the DJ College ship. So make sure you do that for every single zone as well before you log off, because you want to make sure that you don't fall behind too much, bucko. Right? Hey, just make sure, man. Not enough zip lines. If zip lines' only purpose is to make the depot not feel cancerous, zip lines shouldn't exist. Yeah, that'll be my take. If the only purpose of zip lines is to not make these features feel cancerous, because they currently are without zip lines, doing these is just cancer, and doing depots without these is cancer. Zip lines only exist to make these less cancerous, aka waste your time. You realize that, right? They exist only to make this part of the game, and the depot not feel like shit. That is the only point of the zip lines. I hope you realize that. And if these weren't bad, if depots weren't bad, you would have no need for zip lines. You wouldn't feel any pressure at all to build them. Which is why I never built a single one of them ever until the end game. I skip zip lines completely until the end game, and they now feel mandatory because of the depots. And they now feel mandatory because of the other stuff. And that's all developer designed. It's all developer designed delays, developer designed annoyingness, developer designed fucking job work. And then, like, bro, it's just, they just create problems and make solutions. And these problems become so clear once you get to the end game daily loop. Good God. Last thing that I need to mention over here is that this will not change. It is going to be like this until the game ends service or a rework is done. Do you want to know why? I told you that the stock redistribution, all these channels, and building up a fuck ton of the tickets, right? You can see over here, I got like close to 1 million right now. Or over 1 million, if we're frankly being honest. I've got a lot, right? You can see I've got a lot. And the thing is, boys, ladies and gentlemen, right now, you're spending for these things, right? Because you desperately need upgrade mats. That's just going to transition to this. Because look how much you need to spend to buy 3 of these Valley Engraving tickets. What do these Valley Engraving tickets do? It pre-engraves stats on endgame gear. So these basically are like your modifiers, right? From other games, stuff like that. Like your ways to kind of like re-roll pieces, right? That one's only 50% off, right? This is the baseline price too. So you're going to have to build... So guys, you have to keep this going. Because now you're going to need it for endgame too. It's linked to your progression. It's linked to your endgame. It's linked to everything. So yes, you doing those 3 FedEx deliveries a day and then transfer your FedEx deliveries to other people, you need to do it to grind endgame gear. You need to progress your characters. You need to grind endgame gear. And don't worry, guys. When you get to Wu Ling, this is where the real fun is going to be. Because guess what you get in Wu Ling? Wu Ling artificing catalysts. And what do you do with artificing catalysts? You use those to upgrade your gear here. And this is the only way to upgrade gear in the game. So if you want something like more critical rate or whatever, boys, right? More damage bonus. Well, look at what you need. Well, would you look at that? Where do I get those? From the factory. And so you better get ready for a very robust, very well-optimized Wu Ling factory. You better get ready to start doing all 3 of the Wu Ling depots as well every day. Well, because you're going to obviously want the materials to be able to level your gear. So, let me just... Isn't this literally what I said was going to happen? To do anything combat related in this game, you need to do anything that isn't the combat. And so, things like the depots, all of that, it's all for stock bills because you need stock bills to do anything in this game. And so you better get ready, bro. Get ready to start doing 3 of these a day. Get ready to do your 6 a day on top of all that. Because if you don't do these, guys, how are you going to do anything in this game's endgame? How are you going to do anything for progression? How do you do anything at all if you don't do exactly what these devs are telling you to do? And what these devs are telling you to do is a job. And a lot of people are going to quit once they realize this is a job, not a game. But it's trying to market itself as a game. People have gotten paid to do what I'm doing in this game. Why would I do it for free? Because remember, after all of this, you want to see how much that gets me towards my levy? Awesome, I spent that much.
Solid reference.
Now she's 53. out of 60 after all that. I'll see you again tomorrow, guys. See you back on the grind. Yeah, surely people are not going to drop this game once they get to this point. Yeah, with pacing, progression, and fun like this, I bet everybody's going to keep playing once they get to this point in the game. This is what you have waiting for you. This is the experience, and I hope it is what you signed up for, because I don't think it's what I or very many other people signed up for. Because, wow, once you're done with the factory, once you're done with the map, once you're done with whatever, this game is literally a bigger chore than Genshin. Like, the Genshin daily gameplay loop is literally better. And that's baffling. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.